Charles and I settled as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Atlanta. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Second down following the run.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Brady. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Finding time. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dwight Lowry. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? A big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Williams in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a play fake. Brady. He's got time in the pocket. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Stiff-armed him. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. In motion goes the tight end. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cameron Brate, 32 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And the Steelers set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's
He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he's gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Brady to throw on second down. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football, and the Falcons grab it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. And give some kudos.
Still a long way to go in this draft, but if you can lock up a few key positions here in the first few picks, it's a great luxury to have. One thing this team's going to need is some leaders, and they've got one right here. Boy, you talk about a friendly turn of the cards. This is a great round for these guys as they get themselves a dynamic player right here. And this team does have a lot of needs, but this guy is a legitimate star, and he'll make everyone around him better. So, with a handful of starters already nailed down, you have to ask yourself, do you dare go for depth, or do you just try to cover as many areas of the field as possible? Tough call here. Do you try and get tougher up front, or get yourself a player in what we call a skill position? Oh, no question that this guy's going to grade out as a huge impact over what was there before. Yeah, I don't think you needed a crystal ball to see that pick coming. That's all about loyalty and familiarity right there. These middle rounds are where your decisions can really impact your team, because if you pass on certain positions, there's no guarantee you're going to see them again. Now it's getting to the time of the draft where you really want to get lucky and hope somebody falls into your lap. Options here on both sides of the football. It's pretty much of a coin flip if you ask me. Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches, or someone who can really help you out at a playmaker type spot? And now, which side of the football will they address here? Some interesting options either way. We've seen one St. Louis Ram come off the board. Might we see another? And this is a big piece of the puzzle right here. Maybe a no-brainer, but a great pick regardless. The lineup screen should be pretty self-explanatory. If you'd like to make some executive decisions on your lineup, you can do so here.
Thank you very much, Larry Ridley. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. We are ready for this draft champions matchup as you get a quick peek at some of the stars in today's game. We're ready to go. Let's get down to kickoff. Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Now a second down throw for Mariota. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a first down.
And he'll be the one in the film session. He'll be saying, hey, run that one back, Coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that again. And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
And he locates Walker, complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Mariota. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Derrick Henry, and he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
From the red zone now, Mariota. Trying to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. That could be a downside of putting together a team in draft champions week 1. It's early. You might have some of these mistakes.
You're exactly right, because it does take time to build chemistry, trust, right? Understanding where guys are going to be. And I think that's what led to the interception. They just don't know each other well enough yet. That should build up as the season goes on.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Out of his end zone, Cousins. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target, and it'll bring up third down. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Cousins from his end zone on third down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it first and goal at the 8-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Now the first carry here for Frank Gore. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here we go. Gore. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here in this situation. They stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of the difference between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? Because that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
It's a gain of 5. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out.
Here we go now.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Smith. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Jake Shum to punt it away. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3, 19.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins under pressure, and they got to him again. Jalen Smith in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, You're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They'll toss it to Henry. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I don't want to downplay the run, but that's exactly what I expected out of him coming out of college. When I look back at my draft analysis, one of the highest-rated players on my board, a 3-down back who can do everything. And one of the best parts of his game is what he does when he doesn't have the football, because he carries it really well, but he blocks equally as well as pass protects for his quarterback. I think he's going to be special.
A first down throw for Mariota. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Derrick Henry. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Scobie now to add the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Hurry up, here we go.
Cousins on first down. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 20 that time. And that'll be good for a Baltimore first. Cousins. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Able to find Harris, complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2.
Now let's go.
Second down, Cousins. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Now a second down throw for Mariota. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Mariota now to throw on first down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And big problems getting the play out, obviously. This will be a delay. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
Gore again here on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
On the handoff, it's Gore. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Then Steve Smith hauls it in. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Over the middle here, it's Hilton. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They come out here in the eye. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. Mariota hands to Henry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made by Thomas Davis. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Mariota gives to Henry. Fighting through. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. The play clock's running down. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that brings up fourth down. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Jack Youngblood in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. To throw, Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There's no shyness there pushing the ball downfield, but I like the coverage on the play. In good position. And when you have a 50-50 ball, who's going to come down with it? I like the way they made the play, came across, and knocked it away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've got